Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, our picks, we're here from the NBA. It's a 6-game card from the NBA. Hey, we got single digits on a Friday from college basketball, 7 games on the board. Also, a few here from the NHL. Because we're ready for tomorrow's NFL playoffs. Of course, it's a big day of football for the next 3 days starting tomorrow. Of course, the NFL playoffs, Saturday, Sunday, and then, of course, the championship game from college on Monday. So very exciting times here. And of course, oh boy, thank goodness the Dodgers made the move now. So things have settled. We don't have to hear too much of it. Kyle Tucker is now a Dodger if you didn't hear the news. I mean,
I'm a Dodger fan. This is effing ridiculous.
It's getting a little crazy.
I can't root for him during the season. I can't. I mean, of course I wanted to see him win the championship. This is my team, but yeah. West Coast Yankees.
We're trying to be it's great. And Toronto was in the running. Toronto and the Mets, he didn't want to go to New York, but it came down to Toronto.
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 Every single
Toronto. So what's he gonna? Nobody wants to go to Toronto.
Well, they spent $365 million in free agency. The Toronto. We did the math how much money they made from the World Series alone. Just think about the postseason, all that postseason gate revenue that comes in. They were spending out of the gate.
We're not done. I'm telling you, the Toronto Blue Jays still have some more money to spend. They're not poor. The Blue Jays are not poor. They've been hoarding money. I'm going to say they've been hoarding money for this spot. So they're not done spending. They're going to still dip their toes in and be bringing some more guys over. I'm telling you.
Like I said, the Dodgers can only sign so many guys. You know, you get to 25.
Once you got, we're full.
You're going to stockpile. You're going to stockpile guys in the minors now and give them minor league contracts.
They make so much money off TV that they don't care to pay the luxury tax. They just don't care.
No, they don't care. They don't care. And it's interesting to see when we get into that labor situation that starts. Actually, this is the last in 2027 season. We'll see if there's some delay there. But yeah, I can't believe it at all. It's insane there with this Dodger team. The way they've been spending. Tucker just sometimes when you're a few minutes apart. They just decide, hey, I'm going to go. I'll take the Dodgers. That means our man, oh, God, who's that left fielder? I think his days are done. Oh, goodness. What's the guy with the glasses who got knocked out? See, I have my name. Remember Pius knocked him down?
Kiki ain't going nowhere.
Kiki. That's it. He's done. That's it.
Until the playoffs. He ain't going nowhere.
I don't know. I don't know if there's room for Kiki. Maybe they'll give him a minor league contract. There'll be one of those. We'll give you $5 million. We're going to give you $5 million to sit in the minors, and we'll call you up in October. That's the way the Dodgers play.
Scooble's in arbitration right now, so we'll see. I haven't heard result of that. They're about $4 million apart, so I don't know what happened there. I know they were going to arbitration. Scooble wanted this, and Detroit was like, "We'll give you this."
I think he'll win.
It's $14 million. I thought it was $14 million. Was it $14 million?
Yeah, 14. I can't. Yeah. 14 million, 10 million. Yeah, I think that's something like that. It was like $4 million off, from one side to the other. So, yeah, of course he'll win. He's deserving it more than that. He'll probably get more than what he even put in.
You should say, yeah, he should be the highest paid.
Yeah, he should be, but we'll see. We'll see how it rolls here, guys. Hey, guys, appreciate it. Give us that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience when you do that. Some good news into the playoffs. Of course, what's the status with Sam Darnold? That pec muscle. We'll see how that feels. So a little drama building up to the playoffs. Of course, it's going to be ice cold in Chicago. Could be the coldest day for a football game in Chicago. The Rams, of course. It's the Rams. If you grew up in the 70s and 80s, you know the Rams have had a horrible history of losing playoff games in the cold. History could repeat itself again here on Sunday. We'll see how that rolls. But let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks. Let's say, Rod, what's happening?
No, not too much, Tony. Not a bad day yesterday. We lost the first game and then won a couple, and then the Leafs decided they should choke that away. We're up 4-2 and gave that right to the Vegas Golden Knights. Here you go. It's like, man, that overtime goal was awful. Didn't even look like they were trying. It's like they had bet against themselves on that one. But, hey, it is what it is. And then we finished off the night with the Gonzaga. That's a 20-point win there. So, 4-2 day. Can't complain about that. Nice plus price on some Columbus Blue Jackets on the plus with the puck line there. Nice, almost $1.50 there. So, can't complain on that. We hit our best bet. So, rolling along into the weekend. And as you said, loaded weekend card. So, looking forward to it. I already got my plays in. I got 4 sides on a total for you in the weekend's action. So I can't wait. Gearing up. That way I got lots of room to make some college basketball plays today for Saturday because I had to clear the slate because we know what goes on Saturday, and it's a massive college basketball
150, slate. 170. What it is? That's what you got here on a Saturday. It's insane.
Yeah. Clear the playoffs out of the way. Now today I can focus on the college basketball on Saturday. So looking forward to the weekend. Lots of great games going.
And they also give you some good stuff on Sunday this time of year with football, just with a couple games. I think it'll be next week when you get more of the big matchups. Chris, what's going on?
Not much. 1-0 day, only had one play on the site. Best bet in NBA was the Hornets, who came into LA and got it done. It's a good opportunity to fade the Lakers there. So, just a winning day, ready to get to it.
Yeah, those Hornets shooting the ball. These young guys, the big three, the young three, looking good here for Charlotte.
The over. Lakers and the bad teams.
Yeah,
Lakers and the bad teams. He's losing records. They just pound, score. So,
I mean, it's just the thing is these guys, the Lakers look out of shape. Ayton can run down the court. LeBron looks old on these fast-paced game on this transition. These dudes are just too fast for him. Alnitos, what's happening?
Yeah, I gotta love the videos of LeBron taking off in transition before the other team even shoots too. But yeah,
it's called cherry picking on the basketball court.
Yeah,
he needs a head start.
That's extreme cherry picking right there. I guess that's what I get for backing the Lakers too, right? I said to take the Lakers yesterday. Sure enough, they got smacked up. But want to know on the premium side though, just the one early play there with the Magic, so I'll take it. And an interesting card today, so we'll try to keep it rolling to today. But
yeah, I'm thinking myself. Yeah, good call on that Magic. The Moritz brothers got healthy just for that game, right? Just for the Germany game, they get healthy. It always works out that way. There, Jorge, how's it going?
Good, man. Good. Just digging into some of these college basketball teams a little bit. There's a big overtrend in college that has jumped substantially over the last few years. There used to be a couple teams in a conference. Now it's a lot of teams. They're just opting to run and gun. So definitely looking at some totals there. And God, I don't know who said it, but speaking of Puka Nacua, he's a little off, man. There's something wrong with that dude. I'll say that right off the bat. I mean, he took a full swing at a helmet last year and got kicked out of a game. I mean, a full punch, like if he was hitting someone in the jaw. I was like, what is he doing? And they show his girlfriend getting on a plane in a Chicago jacket. Oh, baby. So that guy's, I don't know. And he puts his high school instead of BYU. So he's a great player, though. But he's got to come up with the big win. A lot of people claim he's the best receiver. He has all the talent to be. He had most catches, but it all depends who your quarterback is. And you know what? You got to come up big. The receivers make a name for themselves, win big in Super Bowls and playoff games, and that's where he's got to be. So it'll be an interesting matchup in super cold Chicago.
Yep, super cold, no doubt about that. I wish the Dodgers would have waited till Monday though to make the deal, because the city of Chicago is going to be even more amped up and pissed off because the LA Dodgers signed Tucker. They should have waited till Monday, but no, they got to stir him up right here and get the Cub player and sign him up. Yeah. I don't know what else. I had the Bucks yesterday, so you know how my day went. The Spurs just absolutely woodshedded them there. But again, I left some premiums on the table there. Yeah, I really like that Magic game. I should have went with it. It made sense, right? With the German players back in Germany, Morris and Franz Wagner coming back. It's weird. Like I said, it just shakes my head how these guys could be out and then, we're going to come back for this game. Okay.
Some players get rested for the playoffs. Other players get rested for the Berlin game, I guess. So.
I guess so. The German guys ready to go for that game. No, that was like a home game for them. All right. Let's go. Yeah, screw the Maple Leafs. Yeah, that was
terrible.
That game was ESPN for the game. ESPN, the biggest nice game ESPN to show because that was the national game here out here in the U.S. But it was a sweat there for the Pistons. Magic started slow, but got it going. Yeah, some of these new rims you got to figure it out. All right, let's get to the NBA, guys. 6-game card. We'll do 2 blocks of 3. Start with Pelicans, Pacers. Pacers laying 4, 3.5 out there. Total 241. Cavs and Sixers. Sixers here in the rematch, 2.5, total 232.5. Bulls and Nets. The Nets favorite, they are 1.5, 2, total 226. We'll take a look at the injury reports here from this series of games to started off here for this Friday 6-game card. For New Orleans, Indiana, we got Alvarado, Jones, and DeJounte Murray here out for New Orleans. For Indiana, it's Jackson, Mathurin, Toppin out for the Pacers. Cleveland and Philadelphia in the rematch. It's Garland, Livingston, Merrill, Strus, and Wade out for Cleveland. It looks like it's Barlow will be questionable. Embiid and George are both probable in this one. Bulls and Nets. It is Collins, Giddey, Kamamura are out. Phillips questionable. Werder is probable. For the Nets, it is Highsmith and Williams out. We start here with Rod.
So a couple I like here. I'll give you a couple first halves here. You look at this Brooklyn squad and rolling along when they played the Bulls. They've won 7 straight at home in that first half. So give me the Brooklyn Nets in the first half against the Bulls. And then another one here, first half. Where am I looking? Give me the Pacers here against the Pelicans. They've won 5 straight first halves here at home versus the Pelicans. Full game, I kind of lean to the Pelicans at the +4, but it's kind of like the DJ game. But I like the Pacers in the first half. I think they give the hometown crowd a nice little show to kick it off into the locker room with a nice little lead. And then the Bulls, we know they don't play defense at all. Brooklyn at home here. They're laying a couple points for a reason. But I'll just look at that first half. Give me Brooklyn first half. Might even pair that up. Little 2-teamer. And then give me the over Cleveland and Philadelphia. I don't think any defense played. 233, that's light. I mean, they cruise well into the 240s there in that matchup.
There you go. With Rod, we move on over to Chris.
Yeah, definitely look at that over at the Cavs Sixers game. They went over last game there, so run it back. But also want to take the Sixers there with 2.5. I'll take it there. Take the Pacers at home, fading the Pelicans. Pacers covered last 4 of their 5 games, so hard not to back them there. And to me, that Bulls-Nets game is definitely, you would think the other game later would be the DeGen game, but I think this is it. Either way, give me the Bulls on the money line. I'm not backing the Nets as a favorite. That looks ridiculous.
Hard to argue that one. On over to El Nino's.
Yeah. I'm on this over too with the Cavs Sixers. I know no Darius Garland could slow down the Cavs offense a little bit, but 9 of the last 10 meetings gone over the total, so I'll take this one to go over as well. Next up, Cavs. Sorry, we just went through that one. Yeah, Pacers, Pelicans. I was leaning a little bit towards the Pacers. Again, it's not a very strong play. I mean, shoot, again, take both these teams' wins and add them up. You won't. It doesn't add up to either of these teams' number of losses, right? So it's been just terrible seasons for these two, but maybe at home here, and I guess I do kind of like this Pacers lineup a little bit better than the Pelicans. So slightly into the Pacers there in that one, and yeah, that'll do it for me here in this block.
There from El Nino's. We move on over to Jorge.
How many of them did you pick, Tony? I missed that part.
The first 3 games: Pelicans, Pacers, Cavs, Sixers, and Bulls, Nets.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet counterfeit money on Brooklyn as a favorite. That's for sure. They're not playing very well. Pacers are playing tough. They got New Orleans coming in. They've actually turned up their defensive intensity, and some young guys are starting to step up. So I think they're actually going to go on a little run. They've been playing very well. Again, it's New Orleans coming in. You know, those guys just have nothing going on, and I do like. I'll lean the under in that one. Indiana's 5 in a row under. We've seen New Orleans go under in their last one. But I think they'll be able to dictate the pace in that one. And Philadelphia bounced back after a lackluster effort against Toronto the very next game. Came out and actually played some defense. I agree with the 76ers in this spot. With Garland out and Maxey coming off his worst game of the season, and it's going to be on ESPN, I think you're going to get a much more motivated effort from the 76ers in that spot.
There we go from Jorge there. Yeah, I agree there with Jorge, but I'm going to butt heads with Bo here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Sixers in this spot. And you do have some injuries here on the Cleveland side with Garland out here there. So I'll look at the Philly side to bounce it back. Maxey here to make it happen here. Look at Cleveland over the past 2 weeks. Defense has been the issue, given a 48% shooting, 41% from 3. The Sixers in the better defensive form, so I'll take them in this spot. Yeah, I can only look at Indiana here against the Pelicans, a 3-15 road team. This team has just been terrible. The defense has been bad over the past 2 weeks there. Pacers have been hitting their threes over the past 2 weeks at 41%. and defending the 3. So I look at them in that spot. Yeah, don't give me the Nets as a favorite. Give me the Bulls here. I'm still shaking my head on that one. Bulls a 5-15 home team. The Bulls have covered 2 of 3 with good shooting. The Nets have lost 8 of 9 with bad shooting. And you're going to – no thanks. I don't want them in a favorite at all. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Yes, Cow Dog, I know you're going to be showing signs of the Rams. I thought you'd just play the replay of that 85 playoff game between the Rams and Bears. With Dieter Brock, the Canadian at quarterback for the Rams back in the day. The Rams got raced in that one against the Bears, the 85 Bears, one of the best defensive teams in the entire history of the league. Let's continue on. Closing out NBA with these final 3. Clippers and Raptors. It's the Clippers' favorite. 2.5 total, 215.5. Timberwolves and Rockets. This looks like to be your one of the game of the nights here. Rockets here on the back-to-back favorite. 4.5 total, 222. Wizards and Kings is your late night degenerate. I would call this degenerate because it's so late. You're going to stay up on the East Coast at 10 o'clock to watch Wizards and Kings. That's got to be the degen game. You got the Kings here, 7.5 total, 233.5. We'll take a look at the injuries here for these final 3. For the Clippers here, we've got Bogdanovich all out. We got Collins, Leonard, and Zubac are all questionable here. For Toronto, RJ, Hepburn, Portal, Walter out, Battle doubtful. Mamu Kalashvili here is questionable. Quickly and Temple also questionable there. Timberwolves and Rockets. Anthony Edwards is out. Edwards is out, probably having issues with that foot again. Shannon also out for Minnesota. For the Rockets, the back-to-back team, Van Fleet out. Finney-Smith, Eason are both questionable. And your late night special here, Wizards and Sacramento Kings. Yes, the Kings are favored in that one, right? Koulibaly, Middleton, Vucevic, Trae Young out for Washington. It looks like Trae Young won't be coming back till, I believe, after the All-Star break is what I've read.
After the All-Star break.
After the All-Star break, yep. There you go. So Murray Stevens out for Sacramento. Sabonis has been upgraded to questionable there in that one. So we'll start this block off with Rod.
And for me, I like the under here, Lakers, or the Clippers in Toronto. 215, I know it's a low total, lowest total on the board. Lowest total we've seen in a long time. But 215, it's a first to 100 game. Give me the under, Clippers, Toronto. Another one I like here. I overreaction. Give me Minnesota plus the 4.5. I don't trust Houston here covering anything. Look what they've done last 10 games. 2-8 ATS-wise. And I think if you look against Minnesota, they haven't covered anything. Was it? Failed to cover as favorites in 6 straight is this Houston Rockets squad. No thanks. Give me the Timberwolves there in that one. Everybody like, oh, he's out. That's out. Oh, go the other way. Was it only 4.5 still? Give me the Timberwolves there in that one. And then give me the Washington Wizards on the money line. I'm not laying 7 points with the Sacramento Kings. You got to be crazy. Speaking of favorites and laying points, you're going to lay 7 with the Sacramento Kings? You deserve to get your money taken from you. Give me the Washington Wizards on the money line. They go in and get the win outright.
Money line.
Wizards.
And the 10 Kings. Well, the Wizards, they usually lose by 20 or win the game straight up. That's usually their script. So I guess that's usually what happens.
Things are fat and happy. They just won 3, didn't they? They're at home. They played the last 3 games at home. Kind of full,
who'd they play?
Happy.
Who'd they play?
Dumpster fires.
Oh,
who did they play them?
Yeah, who'd they beat?
Houston, Lakers, and the Knicks.
Knicks. It's 10 Kings.
Soundly. So if you take the minus points, they were dogs, plus the volume that they won by in all 3 of those games, it's ridiculous. That's the worst capping the book has done all season.
Well, let's see. We'll see what.
That's all they've done, right? And if you look, Wizards have outrighted 2 of the last 3 meetings as well. So
the difference was Schroeder got in trouble for taking that swing at, wanting to take a swing at Luka for the Lakers. Luka. Monk got put in either the starting lineup or part of the offense, and something clicked, and they're playing defense. And with Sabonis back, don't be surprised if they continue to cover. And if it was anyone else, it probably wouldn't be 7.5. But they're playing extremely well.
Yeah, they might. I don't know if they. We'll see. We'll see how that. Who's up next? Chris. Move on to Chris.
Yeah, definitely not touching aside on that Wizard Kings game. The Kings haven't been favorites at least in the last 19 games. They've been dogs, so that's about as ridiculous as the Nets being a favorite. I'll take the over, and neither one of these teams playing any defense. Both of them giving up over 120 points apiece. They can't defend. So we see some running gun in this back and forth, get up and over the 233. And then the other one I'm looking at there, like I've said before, I can't back this Raptors team, especially with R.J. Barrett out. Now, they did, I think, win the other day when he was out, but I'm taking the Clippers on the road. I think they come in here and get it done.
There we go with Chris. Move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, not too much. Well, I guess I do like the Clippers as well here. It should be a good game. Don't get me wrong, especially on the road here in Toronto. But I think, Leonard is questionable, but he's been playing through this ankle injury of his, so I expect him to play. And I think that Quickly is more likely to miss this one than Leonard. So I don't mind the number where it is right now for the Clippers there. I'll lay the points there. Again, no PhD. I'm not a doctor, just my personal opinion there. And then the late one, not much of a pick, but I guess I would lean to the points with the Wizards, but not rushing to back them there either.
Yeah, Wizards have been ugly. They've been ugly here last few games. It's been race. We'll see how that rolls here. It's all about the U. Jorge's Miami Hurricanes ready to go Monday. We got people already excited about that one. Over to Jorge.
Yeah, no, man. I'll tell you what. I got no problem laying money on the Kings in their game. You go back and look at how bad the Wizards have been playing, getting blown out, coming into this game. 105, 119, 93, 112, 107, 128, 110, 31. All four. They're not trying. And the Kings are like plus 70-something points off of their dog points and what they've scored. So they're playing great basketball at the moment. No problem laying the points there. Sometimes things change, man. It's all about streaks. And for what reason did it change? They stepped up and they're beating teams that they wrote. Believe it or not, the cancer is actually helping them out. Westbrook is, I think, in the starting lineup, still putting up crazy numbers. And he's a little bit under control over there. So if they get Sabonis back, no problem. Laying the 7.5 there. Clippers, the Toronto game. I always wonder how Toronto feels about when Leonard comes back. You know, you're always going to get a biggest effort out of Toronto when they play the Pacers with Siakam leaving in the recent games. But Clippers, they're finally balling. I was on them at the beginning of the year, but Toronto's playing well too. Slight lean in this one. I'm going to go Toronto with a slight lean to the dog. Just because Leonard coming back into town, I'm sure they always got their calendar circled when he comes to visit.
There you go. I don't know.
Don't worry, we held him up at the border too to help you out there. Don't worry, we held the Clippers up. They didn't get out of the checkout area to clear customs till like 4 a.m.
Wow. Yep. They play games out there trying to get through customs. Someone mentioned that the other day. Someone mentioned that. Who was? Oh, David Roberts mentioned it when they went back to Toronto. How they gave him a hard time getting through customs. That's right. Remember that. I think he had to apologize a little bit at the end. But anyway, in these series of games, I'll look here at the Clippers. They've just been a hot team, winning 11 of 13. This is what happens when your stars get in trade rumors, like Harden in trade rumors, then they start their form turned around suddenly. Funny how that happens. LA, and it's been the defense. The defense has gotten stronger here for the Clippers here over the past 2 weeks. Toronto is just not making their threes over the past 2 weeks at 29%. I'll look at that one there. Boy, that's a rough one here with without Ant Edwards. To me, it's tough to back Minnesota. Although this line has been creeping up too much for me for a back-to-back team. So I'll kind of lay it off in that Wizards-Kings game. You know, someone was mentioning the other way. I have to look it up again. I forgot to look it up. Somebody told me that the Wizards have a protected 8th pick. So if they finish in the bottom 8, they keep their first-round pick. So they may be in the tank mode already. So I'm not sure. I have to look that up. Maybe somebody in the chat knows about that, where the Wizards, if they finish with the 8th worst record, they can keep their first-round pick. Someone had mentioned that in a comment, but man, it's just for me. I'm just going to stay away from that DJing game. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. We'll go over college basketball. We have 7 games here. We'll knock them out in one block. Notable ones here will be Creighton, Providence here. Creighton is moving the favorite. Open to pick them. We're seeing 1.5s pop up on Creighton. Total 163. Baylor and Kansas is another notable game. Kansas 8, but there's 7.5s out there. The line opens 6.5, so money early on Kansas. Total 155.5. Marquette DePaul. This one's moving up here to 4. We saw 3.5 last night. 4s are popping up 4.5 now, popping up on DePaul favored by 4.5. We'll see. I know it's been a rough one for Marquette. Your late night game, Colorado State, Boise in the Mountain West. Boise opened 6, but the money's on Colorado State here. We're seeing Boise 5.5 and 5 in some spots, total 141.5. Just give what you got, Rod. College hoops.
Tough card when you look at the way things are rolling along. I'll take the 8 in here. I don't trust Loyola Chicago out on the road. You look what they've done, 1-2 against that number. It's just they play their better ball at home. And they're in that one, and Dayton. This is just the Flyers fly and win by 20 plus. There in that one over Loyola, and then the other one I'm looking at here is where is it? The earlier one. Let's stay off at 6:30 Eastern. Toledo taking on Kent State. I like Kent State here. The Flashes. It's moved up. It's all the way up to 5 now in this one. I think they win by 8 plus. There, give me the Flashers at home, 9-1 at home, 5-3 against that number. Toledo's a coin flip once you get them out on the road, and then this season 6-9 against that number. Don't like it. Don't like Toledo. Don't like the Rockets. They're not rocking it in here. It was the Flashers here on a Friday night.
There we go. There we go here from Rod. Next up, we move on over to Chris.
Yeah, look at this Creighton-Providence game. I'm going to take Creighton. You can take the points, take them on the money line, either way you want to go. I think they come into Providence here and take care of it. Other one I'm looking at, Colorado State, Boise State. I'm gonna take Boise State there. 4-3 is a home favorite, so I just lean that way with the 5.5 with them.
With Chris on over down Nino's.
Yeah, taking a look here at this Kansas game, I'll end up on the over there. 2 teams trending the over, so I'll go over in that one. Kind of like the Ohio coming to Ball State. They're just having a much better season now, just 2-3 on the road. But again, I think it's a spot where they just get the job done, cover this little number for us late with Ohio there. And yeah, DePaul is favored here. Just again, I'll lay the points with DePaul here. 8-3 at home. Marquette 0-5 on the road. So don't think they're quite getting enough points here on the road, so I'll lay it with DePaul now.
There we go with Alnita. On over to Jorge.
Yeah, no, I agree with the DePaul pick. It's even worse than that. Marquette's losing by an average of 20 points on the road. DePaul's winning by 11, but the big difference in this one will be the defense for DePaul. They've been playing solid defense all year, 66 points. They've won 4 in a row. And I think as a team, they should be motivated. And it's surprised no one's brought it up yet, but all the college players that got busted.
Yeah.
With point shaving, I've always said the point shaving, non-calls by refs, it's so hard to detect. And I think it happens a lot more than people know. But usually when something happens like that at school, the current players and that bounce back and will give a pretty good effort. Marquette's hurting, though. And, yeah, Kent State looks good. Toledo's kind of a weird team for the MAC. They actually play defense, so it's kind of hard to factor them in there. So slightly lean to Kent there. And Ohio and Ball State have a history of high-scoring games. So that's a lean on that one as well.
There you go with Jorge. I'll tell you what I think about these games. Y'all look at Creighton here on the road. The Friars have lost 5 of 6. Bad defense an issue. Blue Jays here have been shooting the ball very well over the past month at 50% and making their three-point shots and defending the three-point line pretty well. Here, looking at this Creighton team, 5-2 in the Big East. They have road wins at Xavier and Villanova, and they lost that really good defensive team. All Seton Hall does is play defense, so this is not a good defensive team here for Providence. Here, I'll look at Creighton. This one. What else have I got here in this spot? Yeah, I'll look to take the points here with Baylor. The Bears have been shooting the ball well over the past month at 52%. Jayhawks have failed to cover 3 of 4 with 3-point defense an issue, and the Bears have been hitting their threes. I'll look at Baylor here. I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to take Marquette in this spot. This might be the game that they turn it around, I think. When you look at the strength of schedule here, DePaul in the non-conference, DePaul played the 363rd strength of schedule. So all those wins are phantom wins in my book. Playing a weak schedule there. Marquette played the 17th toughest schedule in all of college basketball. So I'm going to give them that. They have been defending a little bit here over the past month, allowing 45% shooting, 31% from three. DePaul just can't shoot the ball right now. Over that past month, 42%, 31% from three. I think this DePaul team's phony. They're 10th in offensive efficiency in the Big East. They turn the ball over, and they don't make their threes. Weak inside, 68% at the line. Yeah, give me Marquette in the spot. They have a lot of players back from last year. This may be the turning point for them here to get it together there. What else am I looking at here? I'll take Loyola Chicago. They lost to Dayton by a couple points in their first meeting. Now we're giving me 17.5 with them. I know the numbers are ugly, but I'll take the Ramblers here. Dayton has some warts here when you look at them in the A10 this year. The Flyers have struggled on the glass. They give up 54% from two. Dayton 12th in effective field goal shooting against the conference, 31% from three. The Ramblers have covered 4 of 6, including that 2-point home loss to Dayton. Flyers have missed the cover in 5 of 8 with spot support shooting. I'll go ahead and take Loyola Chicago all those points, and I'll take Colorado State here plus the points against Boise. Colorado State, a team that can rebound the basketball, they hit inside. They do defend the 2-point line pretty well, but Boise State 11th in effective field goal shooting, hitting just 27% from three against the conference. 9th in defensive efficiency in the conference. They don't force turnovers, give it 56% from two. Boise has lost 4 straight with poor shooting and defense. And over the past month, they're giving a 49% shooting overall. I'll look at Colorado State here at plus the points. I got to ask Jorge a question because this is what got my attention with that points scandal. Jorge, how do you bet $450,000 on a first half game involving who was it? Kent State, I believe it was, in Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, they catch it. You know, the European books were the first ones to not say they wanted to outlaw it. They actually wanted to monitor it. So I don't know. I still think it's the tip of the iceberg.
Yep. I think it's been going on now. Again, with tracking these bets, I can catch it. I mean, I don't know what book is going to take that kind of money on it first. You go up to the book and say, give me half $500,000 in that first half total, first half between Kent State and Buffalo. I mean, I'm amazed at who takes those bets and why they don't announce who took it. That's what I want to find out, you know. And apparently the ringmaster,
Who's taking that bet? Give me the Wizards tonight for $500,000. Woo!
Sounds like whoever took the book is
generational wealth, baby. Or broken into the homeless shelter.
Sounds like whoever took that bet is in on the action. We talked about an old scenario.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're in on it as well.
5% in the little royalty on the side, little 5% over here for me, rake job. All right,
you take the bet, we'll kick it back. We'll kick you back some. That's really what it comes down to. There's a lot of disgruntled employees in the world, all over the world, man. You know, there's crooked bankers and there's crooked people in the book. So, you know what I mean? So that's all it takes. But I don't know how these guys. It figures the ringmaster is the same guy that set up the NBA thing. By the way, it's the same guy. And if you look at his history, he used to be a government informant. This guy. Who's been named in the ringleader in this thing.
Probably still is.
Yeah, probably still is. So he thought, well, I'm a government informant, so nothing can happen to me. Yeah, right. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Dixon Morning Show. As we move over to hockey, of course, we do have the Daily Dangle coming up at 1 Eastern time where Rod and his crew give a complete thorough rundown. So in this block, just give what you got in hockey. Rod, what you got?
One game I'm looking at here. It's the Ducks taking on the Kings. I like the Kings here. I'm telling you. You look at the Kings game. It's that time of year. It's time for them to turn their home record around. They're dominant over the Ducks. They've won 13 of the last 17 meetings head-to-head versus the Ducks. They've had 2 meetings already this year. Kings whooped them up earlier in the first one, and then the Ducks got the revenge. It was a 5-4 game. So we've seen plenty of offense in the first 2, but do you see that here in this one? Hard to say. I still like the Kings here. They've just been dominant over the Ducks, and the Ducks have been trending the wrong way. They've got 1 win in their last 10 games. Can't trust them. I know the Kings are without some players as well. No Kopitar, no Moore. They're definitely dealing with some injuries. So could this be a spot the Ducks get up? I don't know. I think this is a pretty close game. I think this game sees some overtime too. I think these 2 teams don't like each other the way it is, but I kind of lean to the Kings to get the job done there in that one.
Everyone from Ryan. We've been including Chris now. I've been mistakenly mentioned him. So bring me up. Give me the ball. I'll play some ball here. All right, Chris, what you got?
Yeah, I don't have a side for you guys. I'll give you a couple points here. One that made the hit list. Macklin Celebrini, he owes me money last night for a goal, but we're not going to take him for a goal today. We're going to take him for 2 points, and we're also going to take Nikita Kucherov for 2 points today as well. Both those are plus money.
There with Chris on over down Ninos. Let's get what you got, hockey.
Yeah, I'll take a couple shots at some dogs here. I like the Sharks. They've been playing well. Yes, there's a back-to-back spot here on the road, but again, we're getting plus. It's a nice plus price on them, and they've been cashing in as dogs for us lately. So I'll take another shot on them here. And the other one I was looking at, yeah, I think the Avs just a little bit overpriced here. I wouldn't mind maybe even taking the Predators on the plus 1.5, but I'll take a small shot on the Predators as well. I know it's tough going against the Avs, but I just can't get behind this price here on them. And the Predators been playing some decent hockey, so I'll take a small shot on them there. And yeah, I'll be rooting for the Kings too.
There from El Ninos. Jorge's been dangling in hockey of late. You got anything, Jorge?
Yeah. Tampa Bay has just been on fire. They've won 11 straight games. And they're winning by an average of 5 goals to 1.8. So they the goal, puck and a half there or play that on the puck line, and then Florida plus the money. They're both playing well, but Florida seems to own them in that spot, at least over the last few times that they've played. So take Florida over Carolina plus money.
There we go from Jorge. We got you through our hockey. Now it's time for our parlay purpose segment where our cappers give it a parlay. They can give out a team player prop. They can also give out a game of the future. We'll leave the cappers make the call in this round. We'll start here with Rod.
All right, let's chase a big parlay here to get it going. $10 will get you 174. We're going to take the Raptors on the money line. We're going to take the Wizards on the money line. And we're going to throw that Los Angeles Kings play on the puck line. I think they beat up on the Ducks today, like they did in that first game. It was 6-1 in that one. So I think they do it again. Parlay those up. It's a plus 1650 there for you in that one. Still 3-teamer.
3-teamer there with Rod on the nice return. We move on over to Chris.
Yeah, we'll do 2-teamer. We'll give you Creighton on the money line. We'll give you the Chicago Bulls on the money line. And your goal scorer from the Kings is Quentin Byfield.
There we go with Chris on over down Ninos.
Yeah, I'll stick to the Clippers here, and I'll go with maybe the Pacers, and I guess we'll stick to a 2-teamer today.
2-teamer from El Ninos on over to Jorge.
We could do a 3-teamer. It's the Sixers, the Pacers, and the Kings.
There we go. The NBA one, not the LA Kings, right?
No, in the NBA, in a blowout.
There you go from Jorge. Hey, look at this. All right, we'll cut to the second. Now, I'll give you here Baylor plus the points. I'll take the Ramblers are down to 15.5 at the South Point. Yikes. The 18.5s are disappearing, guys. We're seeing huge movement in that game. Wow.
Let's win the chop.
Woo! South Point just hit 15.5. From 18.5. Just as I spoke, it came down even more. But I'll take Loyola Chicago.
More people jumped on it. Yeah, the Ramblers. Go ahead. Drop that line down. I'll have less work to chop on the other side.
Big money on the Ramblers. My God, it must have been Pinnacle that moved that because we were 18.5 just when we went over the game. You know, I look at it.
Well, yeah, but everybody sees that. Yeah, everybody sees that the game last time was a 2-point game, and then the books have this at 16, and they're like, "Whoa, look at that! They fucked up here. Let's get it. Come on, I get 16. It was a 2-point game last time." We'll see what happens tonight.
The 18.5 was a sharp number there, but now it's you're taking the worst of it. 15.5 now popping up.
They're definitely praying and hoping that Sister Jean's in spirit with them tonight because they're gonna need it against the Ramblers here at home.
Man, the Ramblers there on the road here. You know, the number 18.5 is gone. That's been a big move, a 3-point move here, just in a matter of minutes. 3. That's a lot of money, Jorge, having to push across when you see a 3-point move like that in college basketball.
Yeah.
So
somebody put that $500,000 bet on Loyola tonight. That's kind of what's going to move that line.
Well,
somebody dropped a big bet.
Chris just moved to 17, so there's some buyback on the other side there. So, but Chris has moved to 17, so people are buying it the other way now. We'll keep an eye on that. Should be an interesting one to keep an eye on the live movement there throughout the day. But yeah, early morning move. Boom. The Loyola Chicago. All right, we got you through that. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading into a big weekend of action. Football returning tomorrow. Of course, we got a lot of college hoops. It's that time of the year, right? We're in the middle of January. So these teams are positioning themselves in conference play, NHL, NBA as well. If you click the link in the description, that'll take you over to our site over at Tony's Picks. We can find our best bets, our premium plays, that they're fully documented results here from all of our cappers on the site. We'll see what Rod has for sale right now over at TonySpicks.com. Rod put together a very good year here in college hoops. In 2025 was fantastic numbers here with Rod over on the site. So we'll see what Rod's got for sale today over at Tony's Picks here as we'll get the screen ready to roll here. Get the banners set here. There we go, Rod. All right, Rod, what do you got for sale for today?
And for me, Little Mix, I've got college basketball rolling. My Gold Star play of the day. I'm looking to crush that one. And then, as I said, I've got my NFL playoff weekend 5-pack already, 4 sides, and a total in that one for you. You look over the last 30 days, NFL's been good to us. Up units there. NBA has been good to us. I'm going to throw in an NBA play that I found today. Absolutely love that one. I just got to get it into a package. It's in the back end already for everybody. And then one play on the ice. Coming into 2026, hey, kicking off on the ice, been pretty good. We're up $514 there in the NHL already to start 2026. I believe the number 2 capper here at Tony's Picks in the NHL, and I have one play on the ice for you. But your best way to go, that way you don't have to buy all those plays individually and you don't miss out on a play. Because there's nothing worse than buying a capper's one play and you having to choose and purchase the one play that loses. And then you look and they're like, oh, look, the capper had a 4-2 winning day or a 5-2 winning day, and you just happen to snag that one that loses. I feel awful for the guy that purchased the one play that you lose on that one play. That's why we tell you, we try to push towards the long-term pass, that we don't miss it on any of the bets. This is a long-term game. We find plays that fit our systems. At least that's what I do. So I'm going to have multiple plays on multiple sports, and we're trying to win the day. And we can't win them all. So best way to go, that 3-day pass, that week-long money makers pass. It's lots of action this time of year. We got NHL, we got NBA, we got college basketball, we got the national championship on Monday. We've got playoffs in the NFL still rolling. So definitely take advantage of a long-term pass. It is the best way to go here at Tony's Picks. 2-for-1 capper, why not? Take advantage of that as well. You can see I'm not the only hot capper here at Tony's Picks. I have 2 cappers. Put to work, put money in your pocket is the way to go. Because when you're more long-term, you get that late steam play included. And we'll get emailed directly to you when that capper puts it in 10 minutes to 2 hours before tip-off, puck drop, kick-off. You'll get that play. And then any prop bet that the capper puts in is included in all long-term subscriptions. So jump aboard a long-term pass. That is the way to go here at Tony's Picks.
That's right, guys. I'm with Rod over at Tony's Picks. You can see the best premium plays up there for you right now, but you guys get that long-term subscriptions. You guys love that 3-day pass on the weekends. So get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's see what's rolling over at Tony's Picks right now. We'll see what we have our lineup here. So we see what Chris has for sale today over at Tony's Picks. Chris put together impressive numbers in the NBA. So, Chris, what do you got for sale?
I got you one play in the NBA today. Best bet. Might get there with something else later, just watching some lines. Might look for that late steam action if you're on with me long term. I'll be definitely hop on something there. You guys like the 3-day pass for Friday. That will get you my play for the national championship on Monday. I'll have that in early. So if you hop on something this weekend, you're going to get all the action. College basketball, NBA tomorrow and Sundays, NFL games. So hop on there. We'll have coverage on all that. And 2-for-1 capper, you guys see who's doing well, who's on the videos, who's giving you the picks, putting in the work. So pair us up together. Let's go to work for you. Use the promo code TonyT checkout. Save you to 15% off my packages. And let's just keep trying to do well.
That's right. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Best bet on the board. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must earn a profit amount purchase. Will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. 2-for-1 capper promotion here on the left side of the screen. allow you to go ahead and select your favorite capper, so get signed up. All right, let's take a look, see what's rolling over at Tony's Picks. We'll see what El Nino's has for sale right now over on the site. Al's put together impressive numbers here, top leaderboard for the year in 2026 for El Nino's here. These are all based on $100 unit wager size. So, Al, what do you got for sale today?
Yeah, for today, as I said, not my favorite card, so still trying to get there. I still got another about 30 minutes or so to pull the trigger on my play for today. But if you want to get ahead of these lines in the NFL, go ahead and grab. I got my best bet for the NFL on Saturday and Sunday, so I might actually get on all these games. I like them quite a bit, but these are definitely my favorite plays of each of these days. So if you want to, again, grab a long-term pass, get all the plays that way, and might get there with a couple extra plays. Who knows? But there's a couple plays in the NBA that I kind of like better than the others. But, again, we'll be pulling the trigger soon.
That's right, guys. Yeah, we're down. It's over at Tony's Six Best Bets here for the Sunday, Saturday slate from the NFL. Also, again, that 3-day pass, you want to get that. That's when you factor the promo code, it comes down to $84. So 15% off when you use the Tony T promo code at checkout. Long-term subscriptions the way to go over at Tony's Picks. So get on board here with Al Nino's. He's been on an absolute tear right now here on the site. #1 on the leaderboard for the year in 2026. All right, let's just say local Jorge has for sale today over at Tony's Picks. But with the other good college hoops year for Jorge. Jorge, what do you got for sale?
I got best bet going in all three sports. A couple single packages. And then a 5-pack of the plays that I'm playing. And I might have some late steam coming up as well.
You guys get on board with Jorge over at Tony's Picks. Remember the over on the site, you can see these are based on $100 unit wager size. Best bet a 3-pack here from Jorge and NBA. Also, best bets all bundled in a 3-pack as well. So Jorge's ready to rock and roll today for this card here on the hardwood. 5-pack of winners as well. NHL best bet in there. Instead of buying all these plays individually, we always talk about that long-term subscription. The weekend pass is the way to go. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, get that those NFL and that big card as well. Have college hoops for tomorrow. Also, the late steam plays. Remember, we can release them between 10 minutes and 2 hours for game time. Those are emailed right into your inbox using the email you use when you sign up for the service. So get that 3-day all sports pass with Jorge and use the promo code and get signed up and match it up with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. All right, guys. Over on the site today, I have a best bet on the board here from college hoops. Also a 3-pack from me, mixing with the mixed sport with NBA and then the college hoops. But my best bet is also bundled in my 3-pack. So don't buy them both. Buy one or the other and go ahead and get signed up. All right, guys, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony Six Morning Show, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. And head on over to our YouTube channel. We're going to find a lot of our great content up there. 5 live shows air over our network. On our channel, I should say, here at Tony Speaks YouTube channel. So I welcome all of you guys to go ahead and take a visit. Hit that subscribe button over on our YouTube channel because you'll find a lot of great content up there, including our live shows that show up. The best way to navigate it is just hit the homepage because we have playlists with everything organized there. So you can check it out. There's so much content. That's the way to do it. Our compilation videos are up there for you right now. Also, the hit list here from Chris is up there from the NHL. Also, we have playlists from the NFL, college football, the NBA playlists are up there. So college hoops playlists. Ramon checked in today with some college hoops for you guys. I've got some in there. I know Alessandro's got some stuff in here as well. 7-pack from college hoops. He covered the entire board from college basketball today. So you can see we're rocking and rolling here. Also on the NHL, Ramon's got you covered from the Night Moves clip show there with DeAndre Alessandro. On a 5-pack, we compilate. We put Alessandro's plays in a compilation. You can see there. Fight picks will be coming up as well. Our shorts are up there right now, guys. So we have a lot of great content over on the Tony Speaks YouTube channel. Of course, Rod, you're a big part of it as well. You got the Daily Dangle, the live hockey show at 1 Eastern time, and the happy hour. Your last look at these games before they go final.
Yeah, definitely tune into the Daily Dangle. We get you covered on all the hockey card. We go through the whole slate. Whoever joins me, either it's me or sometimes it's we got Ron sometimes joins me. We can get in there. Steve sometimes joins me as well. So definitely tune into the Daily Dangle. Get you covered on the NHL card, and then definitely tune into the happy hour. We get to the latest info, NBA injury-wise, last-minute goalie announcements as well. You definitely want to tune into that happy hour show, 5 p.m. Eastern. Definitely good time had by all, and definitely get some winners as well. We're definitely been on that show and had some late breaking news that have paid off well on more than one occasion by tuning into that show. So definitely tune into the happy hour.
That's right. The happy hour, your last look at these games before they start on the happy hour, 5 Eastern time. So tune in, like, subscribe, and set notifications so you're notified for these plays as well. Of course, Chris, your hit list has been very popular. I know we cover a lot range of sports here. We're now in hockey season, as well as your hit NHL and football as well. I'm sure there'll be some stuff here for the playoffs. So, of course, that hit list has been very popular.
Yeah, definitely. Excuse me. Definitely going to get you some stuff for NFL tomorrow. Right now, you've got an NHL one out there with 5 goal scorers and somebody to Macklin celebrating to get those points for us. I have been including those in there as well. But you will have touchdown scorers tomorrow, probably a separate video, so you may have 2 hit lists, NHL and NFL, for that. So, like I tell you, as long excuse me, as long as I've got data, you guys will have a video. I try to wait as long as I can to get you that data. It's been coming in late, about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, but we're still up grinding, trying to find you guys these goal scores, these touchdown scores. So we're just going to keep putting it out. I appreciate everybody's support on it.
Very good, yeah, guys. So check out Chris. As I said, the best way to navigate our channel is just come to the homepage, hit the homepage, because we have everything sorted out here for you here on the playlist. So check it out. Of course, Al Ninos, we see on a lot of the on-demand videos with your picture here on the mornings here. We also put them in reels for you for the people as well on the shorts.
Yeah, definitely mostly morning shows lately, but yeah, make sure to keep tuning in the mornings, and make sure you check out all the other great content over at Tony Spick's YouTube channel.
That's right. Of course, how are you popping in a lot of the live shows here in the morning? We have a few of the afternoon shows as well.
Mute,
Jorge.
Yep, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll be popping in the shows during the morning, just getting up to speed with college basketball and the rest of the hoops and hockey that's going on.
That's right, guys. So check us out here on the Tony YouTube channel. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Greatly appreciate that. And set those notifications for those 5 live shows that Gare or Alessandro has a look ahead here at midnight Eastern time. The first look at these games as they release the lines, and then night moves with Ramon and DeAndre. 3 a.m. Eastern time. Then we get to the morning shows, then Daily Dango at 1 Eastern, happy hour here at 5 Eastern time. But all of our shows are interactive with the chat, so we welcome you guys in the chat with all of your interactions there. It's a shout out to everybody here in the chat room. Of course, Jorge, we know you're a Rebel fan, but I know you spent time there in Miami. Any thoughts here on this Hurricanes as they look to launch a national championship? You're on mute again, Jorge.
I've always been big on betting on college coaches, and obviously Indiana, over the last, short sample, obviously has the best coach. The team's executing the best. But Miami's proved they got the best athletes in the country, probably the most athletic team. So can the athleticism cause turnovers? Who knows? But the line's moved up from 7.5 to 8.5. I'm definitely not going to come in with the. I'm not going to get in the way of Indiana right now. Unless some information comes up, any type of injury, but we'll see what happens. But he's also from Miami, and Miami didn't give him a shot, so even more motivation for Mendoza.
There you go there from Jorge. Monday, the national championship game. Of course, Harbaugh now a New York Giant head coach. Somebody was in there saying the Dolphins will win the Super Bowl next year. We don't even know who their coach is, Rod.
Tomlin's gone. Woo!
As long as McDaniel's out of there, so that's all I care about. Woo!
Get rid of Dave Roberts.
I feel sorry for McDaniel's wherever he goes and whoever lands that guy. Sorry, good luck to you. Best of luck to whoever scoops that guy up, but he'll coach you right out of a win in no time there on that one. Who's the Dolphins going to get? I don't know. Winning the Super Bowl? Ooh. Ooh. Let's make the playoffs. Step one. Try to make the playoffs next season. Become relevant again. The defense has always been pretty good, and they usually get better as the year goes along. But that offense, man, you had plenty of weapons, and you drafted the Tua. Serious? When they drafted Tua, I knew we were screwed. I'm telling you, I have no hope. As soon as I heard that they decided we should draft Tua, really? Why? I don't trust that at all. And then how many people don't want to go to the Jets? Speaking of teams in the NFL, you want to see who was going to be number 2? Wasn't that going to be Moore from the Ducks? Well,
Yeah.
quick, he's like, I don't want to. He pulled his eligible status. He's going back to the Ducks to play another year of college. Hell no, I don't want to be the number 2 draft pick and go to the Jets. Hell no, I'll go back and play for the Ducks for another year.
I think the
That's
Jets fans should celebrate more not going because they would have to bust if they would have drafted him anyway. So I think it's a celebration there. Jorge,
right?
who do you like for
exactly? So,
Jorge, who do you like for the Steelers coach? We're hearing Flores out there. I don't know. What do you think?
They're going to do the same thing they did before. They'll get some. They didn't even go for a coordinator last time. I think both times they went for just defensive coaches. So I think they'll follow that same pattern. You know who I'd like to see over there? Speaking of the Jets, is the old defensive coordinator that's over at San Francisco, the old Jets head coach. Losing all the players he has, the fact that they could go across the country banged up, and that defense is still playing the way it is. I mean, he's the assistant coach of the year by far. I think that he'd be a good pickup for the Steelers.
Salah there, maybe with the Steelers could be a situation there. Of course, Chris is an hour away from Atlanta. Any thoughts here? What's going on at the Falcons head coaching job?
Nobody likes the Birds in Atlanta. We've already talked about that.
Yeah.
The Hawks are the Falcons. So as long as my Braves stay okay, and Georgia, the Dogs, I guess. I'm not a Bulldogs fan, but anyway, I don't know. Whoever they get, I guess we'll see what happens with them this time. I don't know. I think it's as a whole just the whole franchise. I don't know. Maybe we just need a whole rebuild. I don't know what's going on in Atlanta, but nobody likes the Birds down there either direction.
I knew that going over there. They just it's that Seattle game. I think that's what got him. That Seattle game just disgusted the fan base when they lost. I think that's what got him fired. Any news on the Titans head coaching job that you're in the state?
Yeah. Definitely.
McDaniel's interviewed.
Oh.
McDaniel's went for an interview at Tennessee.
Oh God.
So.
We do not need McDaniels in Tennessee. So we'll get him out of here real quick. I figure he'd be interviewing for a Starbucks somewhere. But anyway, no, I mean, we're going to have that new stadium. I think we're getting a dome. It's all getting fancy in Nashville. So we'll see. I don't know. The Titans are going to have to do a little bit more than get a new head coach. They're going to have to figure some things out.
Yep, they should have. I thought the Mets also were in the running. I think they offered more money than the Dodgers, but I think I factored some of these. I think Toronto went with a 10-year contract, and the Dodgers shrunk it down, but just gave him a boatload of money. I think that's what got him over to LA, because he can walk after 2 years. Because it's 2 years, he can be a Dodger, and he can walk after year 2 and 3. It's a 4-year contract, so we'll see what happens there. All right, that's going to do it here for the Tony Sports Show. I'd like to thank everybody here in the chat. Cal Dog, good luck to your Bears. You are going to have the home field advantage. Don't put a dome in Chicago. I think they want to put a dome in Chicago. Why are you going to do that? And why are you going to put a dome? Saw what happened to the Vikings. They haven't been to a Super Bowl since they put that dome up there. I know they can't win Super Bowls when they get there, but at least they get there. But you don't want to put a dome in there in Chicago. That's what so there. I know the teams make a boatload of money with those domes because you can spend more money when you're in a nice heated stadium to watch these games. But that will do it for the show. Any closing thoughts from anyone before we close it out?
But even the Bills in their newer stadium didn't close it up. It's open.
Yep.
It's not as open as it was for the snow whipping in. Probably won't need shoveler boys making $20 an hour and in there shoveling like they normally do. But it's still open on the top of the stadium. So they didn't close it up completely in Buffalo. So leave it open a little. That's what it is. That's the you get all those cold weather teams that can't come play in Chicago. That's the advantage of playing. That's huge. Your home field advantage. Don't close it.
That's right. I'm hearing rumors that Stefanski to the Raiders. We'll see if that rolls because he wants to coach Mendoza. We'll see if that will happen there with the Raiders. All right, guys, that'll do it for the show. Thanks for everybody for joining us. We're going to wait. Goodbye, guys. Make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony 6 Morning Show.